다시 해볼까? 왜 이래? 그레햄과 스토커의 연관관계를 조사해보자. 그럽시다. 내가 참 로딩 시간이 긴 게 문제야. 로딩이 길어, 로딩이. 이게 어떻게 되는 거지? 잠깐만요. 이건 뭐야?
In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken.
기후 제어기.
The climate controls looked complicated, except for the big switch marked Windows. The shelf was loaded with books on management, business theory, and military strategy.
밀리터리 스트레이지.
Jasmine.
제스민이 왜?
A collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing. Dave Dingo. There was an empty spot marked Bartleby Bilby.
이게 뭘까?
Carl Koala. Songbird, I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Oh, terrific. As long as you're sorry. But tell me, what exactly are you sorry for? Turning up here? Pretending to be my husband? Or maybe you're sorry for making such a mess of it. All that kudos straight down the drain.
But
Do you know how much effort I've put into getting that gala ticket? How many months of fake smiles and loathsome dinner parties? Only to have Mentor Alonso convert it all into time off to spend with you! So, please explain. What exactly are you sorry for?
의인화가 뭐야?
that I made a mess of the interview.
I hope you realize what you've cost me. That gala was everything. Could you not have tried just a teeny bit harder to be Graham? The clues are all over the place.
Well, I tried.
I suppose you did at least get the bumbling idiot part right.
You don't seem too distraught about your husband.
Look, stranger. You told me your secret, so I'll tell you mine. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other than the dullard he really was. If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word of advice? You want to win in Union City? Learn the rules and play the game.
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Graham?
Not much. He was a loner. His only friends were idiots like him.
Could Graham have had anything to do with kidnapping?
For both our sakes, I hope not.
Can I ask you about some missing children?
I'd rather you didn't.
What were you saying about kudos?
You mean all the kudos I've now lost, thanks to you?
Yeah, kudos. That's important, right?
Were you born yesterday?
Let's just say I'm new here.
Okay, newbie. Here's how it works in Union City. Be a good example, stay happy, and you get kudos.
Which you spend?
Well, kinda, but not really. The higher your kudos level, the lower you are in the city. Simple.
So kudos is bad?
Aren't you listening? Lower. Lower is better.
로어리 배럴이라고? 왜?
So you need a higher kudos to get lower?
Of course. That industrial pit up there hovers over me like a storm cloud. And this middle level is simply beneath me.
I think I understand what you mean.
But the lower level, now they are my kind of people. They've got standards that you don't see enough of round here.
How can I raise my kudos level?
With kudos, obviously.
So how do I get more kudos?
Well, isn't that just the question? Like I said, be happy, get points.
But how can you be happy when you've just found out your husband is dead?
You think I'm not sad on the inside? No one's gonna give me a medal for having a dead husband.
But
Let's talk about something else, eh? My points have already dipped way too much today, thanks to you.
what's with the Alonso guy?
Guy? I believe you're referring to Mentor Alonso from the Ministry of Well-Being. He's a high-ranking official. And thanks to you, he won't be taking his eyes off us anytime soon.
We got away with it, didn't we?
Do you think he's a fool? When he finds out who you really are, we're both done for. My kudos won't survive another hit like that.
Is Alonso coming back here?
For both our sakes, I hope not. But I'm not risking it, so don't even think about doing anything stupid.
Nothing stupid? For how long?
Very amusing. Until my kudos is back on track, obviously. But for now, you are Graham.
Looks like Graham was quite the photographer.
Oh, He was dreadful. At first I thought he was an artist. Then I found out he used those ridiculous antique cameras. It took hours to see the finished photographs. And he took forever fussing with the lighting. The only good thing about his photographs is that I'm in most of them.
What do you know about the council?
They run the city. You know, like they always have since Joey left.
Can I speak to them?
Not with Graham's ID, you can't.
You work for the Ministry of Comfort?
Sure do. It might not sound prestigious, but without us, the city falls down.
You don't seem the type to settle for a cleaning job.
Cleaning supervisor, thank you very much. And you'll find in Union City, it's not what you do, it's how you do it that counts.
How so?
You know, get the job done, don't get in trouble, keep a smile on your face, the usual.
What can you tell me about the Minister for Comfort?
The terminal has their details. Look there if you want to know more.
Tell me more about Graham.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved in something.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I was investigating a mysterious...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah, blah, conspiracy, blah, blah, giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Graham was a conspiracy theorist?
Always was. But before he went missing, he really changed. He became secretive. He used to close the terminal whenever I came into the room.
That's not that strange.
And he started spending a lot of time in the bathroom. And then he just disappeared.
Okay, that's the weird bit. Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his. Had a daft name. Leet, I think.
어허, 그렇구만.
Rambling on about this
이거 어떻게 가능한 거지?
Had a daft name.
다음은 뭘 선택해야 될까? 그렇구만.
Rambling on about this
이거 어떻게 가능한 거지?
Had a daft name.
다음은 뭘 선택해야 될까? 좋아, 리트.
Any idea where I could find Leet?
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Did Leet believe in Graham's conspiracies?
Believe? Pretty sure he's where Graham got him from. Bad influence all round.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys. You have quite the collection.
Oh, yes. The whole set of cuddly kiddies. Even the limited edition Mama Bear from 5 years back. Well, I did have the whole set, at least.
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what. I asked Graham about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to find dear Bartleby, he threw her across the room.
Clumsy.
Clumsy. Those bears were my engagement gift. He hid Bartleby just to spite me.
Graham had taken Songbird's toy Bilby, but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be tracked.
What does Bartley Bilby look like?
Bartleby is a Bilby. Adorable, long ears. Like a bandicoot and a rabbit all rolled into one. At least he was, before he went missing.
What's a mama bear tracker?
What do you think? It tracks her babies.
Her babies?
The cuddly kiddies. Most toys in Union City are tracker-enabled. Lost toys mean screaming babies. Unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Bye, Songbird.
Yeah, bye.
It looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea why.
Ahem.
그래서 뭐 어쩌라고. 아니 모르겠는데? 아 이거구나.
The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
가능한가? 모르겠는데. 시각하는 데 쓸 수 있는 게 시각화하는 데 쓸 수 있는 게 뭔데?
Ahem.
벽난로. 아니 그러니까 뭐 벽난로를 쓸 수 있진 않을 거 아니야. 홀로그램 장치. 이거 아니야? 그러니까 홀로그램 장치. 아하.
Plinth was showing the toy's tracking data. All I needed to do was locate the area code E1594. Find the tracker, find Leet.
(1594) 1594.
A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by.
1594가 뭔데? 아니 그게 아니라 지도. 1594가 뭔데? 도시 안내. 이 1594가 어디 있는 건데? 아니 제 최신 걸 보여줘야지. 왜 제일 옛날 거부터 보여줘? 아파트를 떠나서
Ahem.
에헴.
Excuse me.
Ah, Master Grundy. What joy to see Sir again after all this time. The poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnippel Esquire sends his regards and/or condolences as appropriate.
How nice of you, Reginald.
Correction, sir. If one may be so bold, Mr. Schnippel is of course Sir's human neighbor. How Sir might mistake yours truly, Tarquin, for our beloved poet laureate is beyond imagining.
What do you think about the graffiti?
As an artiste, I find any medium a valid form of expression. Of course, the vandalism does somewhat detract from the piece.
So you like the graffiti?
I said it was a valid form of expression, albeit not on a par with, say, the literary arts. But as art goes, it's not too abhorrent.
Who are you again?
Tarquin, Fidelis Mark II domestic savant, at your service.
So you're a servant.
Savant, please. I am a highly engineered personal aid.
Do you work in these apartments?
Of course, Master Grundy. Sir and I have been neighbors for 147 days and 11 hours.
I'm Graham Grundy.
Of course, sir.
So we've met before?
Of course, sir.
When's the last time you saw Graham? Me.
Master Grundy, one is sure one doesn't need to remind Sir that one works with Sir's neighbor.
One would need one to remind one.
Ah, does Sir mean Sir would need one to remind Sir, or one would need Sir to remind one?
One is not sure anymore. You have a real way with words.
Aha, Sir is referring to one's grammatical prowess, no?
Yes.
Sir is too kind. And yet, if only one could translate grammatical prowess into poetic inspiration.
Have you heard any reports of missing children?
Why no, Master Graham. If anyone went missing, I'm sure AI Officer Greta would find their U-chips.
그랬다.
What if they were from outside the city?
Well, surely AI Officer Greta would find them by their newly implanted U-chips.
Fair enough. For all his poetry, Tarquin was still a Union City droid. Any idea where I might find a place called E1594?
That sounds like an area code, and not one I would venture into.
How so?
It would be extremely inappropriate for a gentleman to visit Sector E.
Sector E. Sector E. Sector E.
See you later, Tarquin.
Will I?
Huh?
It's just a phrase.
Shall we schedule in another meeting?
I don't think that's necessary.
Such ambiguity. A tortured soul. Alas, I am inspired.
희한한 놈이구만. 이건 뭐야?
Seal had been vandalized. Poor Joey.
희한하게 그려놨구나. 세탁기도 있어?
With no hand scanners, I figured they were intended for droids.
이건 뭐야?
The holdall was stained with paint. Looked like someone planned on doing some painting.
Dear me, a terrible situation. Very troubling indeed.
Mentor, given your experience, your input here would be greatly appreciated.
Huh.
Orana, isn't it? You strike me as a fine young officer of the Ministry of Well-Being. Would you say that's an accurate description?
I'm flattered, sir.
Your record is exemplary, I believe.
I do my best, sir.
I'm sure you do. So please, don't let me down. Fix this mess.
Mess? You mean the girl?
The whole untidy situation.
Yes, sir.
Atta girl. Keep a smile on your face. After all, it's Aspiration Day, isn't it? The happiest day of the year.
I'll take care of it, sir.
I know you will. By the way, a call to pest control wouldn't go amiss.
Of course, sir.
Meanwhile, I shall isolate this area until this unfortunate incident has been resolved.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your advice.
We're all here to learn from each other. Take care now.
Miss? Pardon me, miss! Who, me? Hey! You can see forever up here! You know, be free!
Miss, you have to be careful.
Careful or careless? I know which one I want to be!
Why don't you come down, yes? Miss Dijon, is that right? Raquel Dijon.
Yeah! That's... me. I think...
Raquel,
Raquel? Did you say Raquel?
you need to come down.
What? Where am I?
이상한데?
No! Help! Help!
Hearing her name had triggered a total change in the girl's behavior. I needed to find a way to get her down before she fell. The girl looked almost frozen with fear. Hell of a place to get stuck.
Are you okay?
No! I don't know how I got up here!
Raquel! Raquel Dijon! Don't panic! I'm from the Ministry of Well-Being.
How can we help?
Nothing to see here, sir. I suggest you go back inside and enjoy some screen-based entertainment.
Excuse me? I'd like to make a complaint.
Please, both of you, I'm a welfare officer. I know how to deal with this kind of problem. I just need to check the negotiation protocol.
Well, thank goodness the Ministry is on this. It's all very distracting.
How did you get up there?
I don't know! Please! I'm frightened!
She climbed the outside of the building. Astounding agility, by the way. Most impressive.
I don't remember!
Bravo, miss!
Sit tight. We'll soon have you down.
What's your name?
Her name is Raquel. Now, would you please?
Raquel? Oh, but of course, that makes far more sense. She told me her name was Rat Girl. But it would appear her grotesque moniker signifies little more than a deplorable deficiency of
재밌는
electrocutionary
친구구만.
attainment. Rat Girl, indeed.
Please, gentlemen, now is not the time.
Anyone got any ideas?
Yes, I do. I have an idea.
Go on.
Never use a simile when a metaphor suggests itself.
What?
I'm in the middle of composing an Aspiration Day poem, but my lexiconic cupboard is bare, so to speak. Hence the requirement for...
Wait, is this idea about your poem?
Well, yes. You asked if anyone had an idea. You were not specific to the context.
Anyone got any ideas to help the girl?
I'm still searching through this ministry protocol, but to be honest, we've gone rather off script.
Keep looking. I'll see if I can find a practical solution around here. What are you painting?
Sir, please, you're not helping.
What? I didn't. I don't know.
Her work is rather inspired, don't you think? I do believe art may be her calling.
Please, both of you.
Help me!
Can you see any way down from there?
No!
Okay, we'll see what we can do from here. Can you see any way down from there?
No!
We'll work something out. Hold on. Don't worry, we'll get you down safely.
Please stop making promises. Who's the welfare officer here?
From that height, the girl wouldn't fare much better than the can.
제일 좋은 방법은 뭐가 있을까? 일단 엘리베이터 타고 올라가 볼까? 뭐 건물이 창문이 없어? 참. Hey,
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
어이.
Commencing refill. Water refill complete.
아하, 이렇게 해볼까?
Commencing spray, please.
Raquel,
Help! Please!
can you see any way down from there?
No! And everything's wet now thanks to that robot.
Hold on. We'll work something out. Think you can get on the robot when it passes?
I could try. But what if...
We'll catch you. You can do it.
I rather doubt she can.
Can't you try and be more encouraging?
You have a reasonably good eye for aesthetics.
Thank you! Now, grab on tight. We'll be right underneath you.
You'll be fine.
Human grip strength is famously reliable. Only in short bursts.
Okay, here goes.
야, 빨리 가. 청소 드로이드 외부 청소해. 그렇지.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
뭐하냐? 왜 안 돼?
Commencing refill.
어이.
Water refill complete.
어이.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
맞잖아.
Commencing refill.
아니.
Water refill complete.
물을 채우는 곳. 거긴데 그냥 안 되던데. 안 되던데.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted. Commencing refill.
있단 말이야. 알어. 안다고. 근데 그래서 했는데 안 되잖아. 물 보충을 시작하면 아하. 이렇게
Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
자, 어떻게 하나 볼까?
Commencing refill.
물이 안 나온다.
Water refill complete.
How do you feel, Raquel? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that's all sorted. Shall I call a pot for her?
I've got it from here, thank you. Raquel, what were you even doing up there?
I don't know. I don't really remember anything.
The girl looked glad to be back on solid ground.
Excuse me?
Mr. Grundy. Oh, Mr. Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Bravo, Mr. Grundy. Your actions in this situation were sublime, albeit unconventional. The local noise levels have already returned to normal, and the building will soon sparkle again.
I'm more concerned about the girl. Is she gonna be okay?
Yes, blah, 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 and all that. Officer, wouldn't you say that Mr. Grundy's actions today weren't a kudos boost?
Of course. Thank you for the suggestion.
Tarquin, miss.
Orana. Orana Newblood.
Yeah, like the guy said. Graham Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Will she be in trouble for the graffiti?
Well, no real harm done. The droid will clean it up, eventually. That said, her kudos rating will take a hit.
All because she defaced Joey?
People loved Joey, and what he did for us.
Joey was my friend. We did so much together.
Well, he might be gone, but he's not forgotten. You can find out about our savior at the Museum of New History.
You mentioned I could find out about Joey in a museum?
Yes, the Museum of New History has exhibits about how he transformed the city. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to learn about him and his legacy.
A museum dedicated to Joey? He'd be proud of that for sure.
Well, it's not all Joey. They have a special exhibit about the previous administration. Old technology, maps, that sort of thing. My advice, though, is to avoid dwelling on the past. Anyway, taking in some culture is good for you. Find it at the piazza, if you get the chance.
So, do you work here?
I'm an officer for the Ministry of Well-Being.
You often have to talk girls off high ledges?
My first one.
You did a good job.
Thanks.
What is the reflection spa?
What is the... Are you feeling okay, Graham? Everyone this side of the industrial level has heard of Reflections.
Oh, you mean that reflection spa. It's been a long day.
Next, you'll be asking me to tell you about this Joey guy.
No, I'm familiar. Raquel. Is she always like that?
What do you mean?
Well, I met her earlier, and she seemed like a totally different person.
She's been through a big ordeal. Nothing that a trip to the Reflection Spa won't sort out.
Does the location E1594 mean anything to you?
Well, E1594? That's just an area code based on the old map system. Totally obsolete. That system hasn't been used for years.
E1594 was an obsolete code. There had to be a way of finding that location.
How is the girl doing?
She'll be fine. This sort of trauma is best handled at the Reflection Spa.
I'm on the trail of a missing kid called Milo. I think he's somewhere in Union City.
That shouldn't be difficult. Any greeter terminal will be able to find him via U-chip.
No, that won't help. He was brought here from the Gap.
That's not possible.
I assure you.
Where did you say you worked, Mr. Grundy?
That'd be the Ministry of Comfort.
I suggest you concentrate on your work and leave well-being issues to the appropriate ministry.
I guess I should get going.
Yeah, well, thanks for your help.
I suppose I should thank you too.
No problem. You take care.
You too, Mr. Grundy. If you need any well-being support, just ask for me at a greeter terminal or Rana Newblood. Come on, Raquel. Let's get you to the spa. You'll be feeling better in no time. No need to worry, Raquel. You're safe now. Happy faces all round, right? In fact, this calls for a celebration. It is Aspiration Day after all.
Oh, goodness. Is it?
All day. And you know what would be the best end to a day like this? A trip to the Reflection Spa. I'll pull a string or two, and we'll get you straight to the front of the line.
Water refill complete.
다시 뭐야? 원래대로 돌려줄게.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted. Commencing refill.
보자. 이렇게 하고 이렇게 하고.
Water refill complete.
됐나? 자산은 해킹이 안 되는구나.
Water tank depleted.
자, 우리도 그 박물관인지
I had a
뭐
lead. A map reference. E1594. Graham had put a tracker there. Maybe it was the key to finding his hacker friend Leet.
그래서
Pod has been requested. Please wait for embarkation.
빨리 오네.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
The piazza is the place for me.
It would be my pleasure, Citizen Graham.
연관관계가 뭘까? 연관관계가 무엇일까? 여기 지도 없어? 아, 맞다. 이렇게 하는 게 맞겠다. 뮤지엄 저번에 보니까 문 닫혀 있었던 것 같은데. 되네? 들어가지네?
Leet was my only lead to discovering Graham's connection to the Stalker. And the obsolete map reference E1594 was the only lead I had to finding Leet. As I surveyed the room, I was greeted by a familiar face.
Hello, darling!
It was a hologram of Danielle Piermont, a friend from when I last came to Union City.
Access to the old
It was a hologram of Danielle Piermont, a friend from when I last came to Union City.
Fluids. You need them. We all do. But water isn't only scarce. It's dull. What's a good citizen to do? That's why famed Ministry of Plenty Radio hydrologist Mr. Spankles created...
뭐야? 사람이 있구나. 저긴 화장실이고, 그 다음에 어린이용 전시물.
Oh, who saved us from starving in sadness and hate? Savior, Joey! Put clothes on our backs and food on our plates. Savior, Joey! Who made Union City the best thing for miles? Savior, Joey! Makes everything nice and has nothing but smiles. Savior, Joey! Savior, Joey! Savior, Joey! Savior.
Greetings, citizens. We are the Council, your democratically elected representatives. 5 years ago, Savior Joey decreed that we take charge of our own destiny and prove ourselves worthy of the freedom that he brought. The Council proudly serves to uphold his legacy for the benefit of all citizens of the greatest city in the world.
We invite you to salute the people of Asio City, our faraway friends and valued members of the Union Group. Unstinting and determined cooperation has allowed both cities to grow to become
비슷한
the
도시 하나
richest
더
cities
있어?
in the world. Union City wishes all citizens a happy.
The centerpiece of the whole museum was a synthetic arm. I recognized it. It was Joey's. He'd lost it in our fight against Link all those years ago.
Look, over here!
Dad, do you have to be so loud?
All citizens a happy.
The arm! Isn't it amazing?
Seemed like I wasn't the only one
Sesame.
interested in the Joey arm.
Didn't I promise? Didn't I say I'd bring you here?
You did, Dad. I'm so stoked.
This is Joey's arm! This was once attached to the really real Joey! Savior of Union City! Aren't you feeling blessed to be here?
Of course I am, Dad. But
Then tell the world! How awesome is this place, huh?
it's awesome.
It's what?
This place is awesome.
Say it again!
I said, it's awesome.
Yes! Now you've got it!
I'm just gonna have a look around.
Seriously? It's Joey's arm! Why would you want to look at anything else?
Union City wishes all
재흥씨 아니구만.
Inspiration Day.
3번.
Savior Joey leashed the oppressor Link to serve and protect the people, and found
1번부터 보자.
Here begins the story of Joey. 10 years ago, evil gripped our beloved city. The people suffered under the tyranny of the oppressor Link. Their voices cried out for help. From deep in the gap, Savior Joey heard their pleas and came to free us all. Union City wishes the struggle against Link was long and fierce, and there was great suffering. Only through great sacrifice did the Savior defeat oppressor Link and declare the city free. But his work had only just begun. Triumphant, he rose from the depths to guide us to a glorious future. Savior Joey leashed the oppressor Link to serve and protect the people, and founded the council to restore the rule of democracy. Then, his work complete, he departed the city to spread his wisdom to the savage peoples of the world. Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day. In the Savior's name, the Council formed the 5 ministries that continue to guide Union City in this new golden era. Plenty, comfort, safety. Union City is now the envy of the civilized world, but this is only the beginning.
From our new partnership with Agio City to the ongoing enrichment of the Gap, Savior Joey's teachings continue to guide us. Join the celebrations this Aspiration Day to show your gratitude and dare to dream what you might become. Union City wishes all citizens a happy...
Someone had gone to the trouble of retrieving the dismembered arm from the depths of Union City. Excuse me.
Oh, hey. Wow, you look different.
What do you mean?
Your outfit. It's so...
Functional?
I was just gonna say weird.
If mine's weird, what color is yours supposed to be?
Duh. It's perinickel margarine. It's like Tuesday's happiest color. Where are you even from?
You'd never believe me.
This museum visit just got way more interesting.
I like your brooch.
This? You mean you've never seen one of these? You must be from the Gap or something.
Me? No. Good one.
It's an aspiration brooch. The council awards them to people who max out their kudos each month. Social climbers, they're known as.
You must be an incredible person.
What, me? No, it's my dad who earned the kudos, obviously. Talk to him if you want to know who to impress.
Then, how did you get yours?
Oh, Dad got a second one. Bring a friend or something.
So they're transferable?
Technically, yes.
Does this social climber status do anything for you?
Absolutely. First, everybody who sees you can tell that you've been a model citizen all month.
Very inspirational, I'm sure.
Actually, it's kind of embarrassing. Everyone just stares at you all day. It's not like you even get anything good from it. Not really.
Then what's the point?
What's the
I
point?
guess if you really care, you get to go look around the special exhibits over in the old history room. Dad gets so excited by that sort of stuff. Can't stop staring at the old map.
An old map? In the old history exhibit?
Yeah. Shows the city as it was 10 years ago. He's obsessed with how terrible things were in the pre-Joey era.
Your father seems to really love this place.
He'd spend all day, every day here if he could.
That's some real faith he must have.
That's one word for it. He keeps going on about a sign. As if Joey's arm is gonna tell him how to be normal.
I'm sensing some resentment.
Maybe he should ask it how to win Mom back.
Is there more to this museum?
There's the whole old history section. About what Union City was like before Savior Joey came along.
Oh, really? I'd like to learn more about that story.
I've heard it's pretty depressing. They only let you in if they think you can handle it.
How do they determine that?
The same way they determine everything else. Kudos. Like, if your kudos is high enough, or in my dad's case, raised enough since last month, they figure you've got the moral fiber to be able to make it out the other side still smiling.
Praise Joey, am I right?
So, where did you first find Joey?
Scattered across an irradiated Gap scrap heap. Yourself?
In my heart? Your answer is way better.
Hey, listen, I know we just met, but I really was hoping to get one of those brooches. Need to check out the old history exhibit.
Let me guess. You were hoping I'd give you mine.
That's right.
No offense, but you don't seem as evangelical as most Joey freaks. What's back there that's so important to you?
Do you ever feel like you're not being given the whole truth about the city?
You mean how perfect everything is? Yeah. Sometimes it does seem a bit...
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, who'd fall for this Savior Joey nonsense?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think my dad would like me talking to you. I'd better go back to the self-improvement and The learning.
So there's a map in the old history exhibit showing the city as it was?
Yes, and it's old. Everything in there is.
It's really important that I get that brooch.
So you keep saying. But you don't seem like the reverent type. What do you really think of this place?
Awesome? To live in a paradise like this, I mean.
Yeah. Paradise. That's definitely the word for it. Hey, I'm gonna go check out some other exhibits. See you around.
Are there many people like your father in the city?
Like my father? What, you mean Joey fanatics? They have a club. But my dad is something else. Got enough faith for the two of us.
Maybe even enough for all three of us.
You have no idea.
So how would I get one of those aspiration brooches?
You'd have to ask my dad. He's the kudos king. If he gets Social Climber of the Month just twice more, we get a free toaster.
Wow, generous.
Yeah, well, we apparently already have everything we deserve, so...
I really need that brooch.
So you keep saying. But you don't seem like the reverent
어떻게 해야 되는
type.
거야?
What do you really think of this place?
If I were a cynic, I might call some of it a little unbelievable.
Don't say that around my dad. He really buys into all this stuff. Hey, listen. You and me, we're on the same wavelength here. And it's a different wavelength than my father.
He does seem very devout.
Right? And honestly, just staring at an old arm gets dull. You can just walk out. But I'm stuck here.
And you can just go into the back while I can't.
I'll make a deal with you. You give my dad a reason to leave, and I'll give you this dumb thing. You in?
Okay, I'm in. That brooch in exchange for your freedom.
Finally. Praise Joey.
Praise? Yes, praise Joey. The girl had agreed to give me her aspiration brooch if I could somehow get her father to leave the museum.
잠시만 오늘 방송은 여기까지